Sleep Token are back with a brand new single, terrifyingly named Caramel. Suitably scary, spooky, mysterious name for a scary, spooky, mysterious band. That being said, clearly Sleep Token are on an upswing at the moment. They're headlining at Download. They've been releasing, like, this video, I'm a bit late to the party because I've recently moved house, but this video came out 6 days ago and it's already got 2 million views, which is craziness considering it doesn't even have a music video yet, as far as I'm aware. But Sleep Token weirdly don't seem to put out that many music videos. Like, the only full one I can picture is Alkaline, which actually I quite like as a music video, to be honest, but almost all the other songs that I know and like by Sleep Token, they don't have much in the way of a visual component, which is interesting considering how much of a kind of visually rich band they are. Like, Vessel is a really interesting looking character to look at with I've not seen a mask like that, and he's all painted black and he's currently running around holding a couple of swords. It's cool. I like the image. More music videos, please. I'm assuming that's probably on the way, but either way, we had Emergance come out about a month ago, and that song slaps. It did really, really well. It's been stuck in my head ever since, and now we've got Caramel, the second single of this brand new album. So I guess let's jump in and listen to Caramel. Got that music box vibe going on. You know what this reminds me of already? Polyphia. I'm getting like shades of goat.
Count me out like sirens, pay back for the good times, right foot in the...
He really does have a bizarre voice, doesn't he? It's kind of rare to hear it this pure. Like, it doesn't sound like there's a whole lot of effects going on at the moment. He's got a fairly unique tone. I like it. Like, he's able to convey a lot of emotion, but it's rare you get it quite this kind of isolated.
Roses, left foot on a landmine. I'm not gonna be there, tripping on the grapevine. They can sing the words while I cry into the baseline. Wear me out like Prada.
Okay. I was not expecting that as a beat to come in behind it. Well, that's got like a Latin inspiration, right? That's, I don't know, it feels more at home like a Zumba thing. I was expecting it to take more of a kind of hip-hoppy approach. And in terms of the, like, tones in that drum part, absolutely. But the dunk, someone's going to tell me there's a specific, like, Latin-inspired dance that has that very specific rhythm on it. Someone tell me.
I swear it's getting harder, even just to exhale, backed up into corners.
Okay. Also, those harmonies sit really, really nicely with the, like, kind of plinky music box sort of, like, backing going on at the moment. It's got this quite treble, intense feeling, but it's nice. It all complements each other nicely.
Sick of trying to hide it every time they take mine. So stick to me.
Okay.
Stick to me like caramel.
So there's the Caramel. Stick to me like caramel. It's a surprisingly wholesome, I don't know, sort of imagery being used there. And actually that harmony, I believe, was a predominantly major one. It has slightly more wholesome feeling to it, the whole thing, that I was expecting. Especially now we've got a little bit of that kind of like rumble of guitars coming on in the background now to fill it up. But it's not got that kind of like, I don't know, epic and minor feeling that a lot of Sleep Token does yet. Ooh, okay. Man, the drums are really getting an opportunity to shine here. I know that I've seen people complimenting how good Sleep Token's drummer actually is, but he's really getting a chance to sing out here because there's not loads. Like, it's a very rhythmic song, and again, like, you've got a very little low hum on the guitars and the plinky part, but he is absolutely going on these drums, and it's wonderful. It doesn't feel overstaying its welcome, at least. Yeah, you know, like if you listen to, say, Led Zeppelin's Moby Dick, there's like a minute and a half long drum solo in there, and that is too much. But in this context, maybe it's just because he's playing for the song and there's still vocals. It really doesn't feel kind of like too wanky, which is rare, to be honest.
Up on the doors below, on the cards, I try not to talk about how it's all now. Can I get a mirror side stage? You can stop ways. Some of your bizarre's getting worse every time they try to shove a real name just to get a rise from me. Acting like I'm never stressed out by the hearsay. That's what I get, but
the way that bass line just came in with the bum bum bum, like, and it came in and synchronized with the keyboard line there. It's really nice. There's little attention to details. It's the lead-ins. It's these like high production kind of choices. There's some of the stuff that really separates Sleep Token out. And again, quite a strong hip-hop influence it feels like on this. I'm really curious to see how heavy the song ends up getting. Ah, here it is. It's that wall of sound feeling you get from them again. It's not too dissimilar in at least kind of the way it's structured to like a Linkin Park song where you just suddenly get hit with those really like clean, crunchy guitars that just bring the whole song up. And again, it's on the second refrain of the chorus now. He's singing a bit higher up. Things are getting a bit more intense. It's Sleep Token goodness. Again, I'm surprised by the sort of like major chords being used here. It seems like it's a love song, actually. It's just sort of Sleep Token's version of a love song. Okay, the dropout's quite nice. Again, you get back to this like this kind of like rim shot that's kind of keeping the sort of pace of the thing continuing, despite the fact that a lot of stuff has dropped out again. Again, these big swells of sound combined with the like dropouts really give this song its kind of like ebb and flow. Oh, those little layered backing vocals there were delightful. That almost gave me a kind of like musical-esque feeling to it. I love it when you get that like crisscrossing vocal patterns that aren't the same with the backing harmonies. Just across the board, that's just the thing I like. How many lines are going? Oh, okay. There it was. The kind of heavy prog metal section had to happen eventually, and here it is. I like it. It's a kind of, again, the lightness of the song really demands for it to sink into this crazy sort of end section. Listen to the distortion on those guitars. It's such a thick, gritty tone, and actually also the drums have like half-timed again now, so it feels like it's kind of slowed down as well. Ooh. God, it's all got so chaotic. That screaming came in, and again, this song has been like quite light in its vocals so far, and it kind of merged in with the sort of the cymbal snare smash almost in the background of that section there, for him to then way quicker than I was expecting come back in with that lead vocal line, and I think some other harmonies too. The screamo section has instead managed to, I don't know, kind of fold itself back in to the rest of the instrumentation. It's clever. It's very clever. Back what I said about the drums slowing down, though. Those kick drums are absolutely going ham. But interestingly, you can still hear the dunk da 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 rhythm going on throughout the whole thing. so overstimulated right now. There's so much going on.
The stage is a prison, a beautiful nightmare, a war of attrition. I'll take what I'm given, the deepest incisions. I thought I got better, but maybe I didn't.
Oh, okay, little teleporty, flashy, scary end scene going on there. Well, that is kind of, I mean, it's just sort of what I was coming to expect from a Sleep Token song. It's like so chaotic in some aspects and then really clever and pure in other ways. The production is across the board of that is fantastic. The vocal flair he shows in there, he's very charismatic with his vocal deliveries. He kind of, like I said, he sort of sings like it's a love song, but he's got this kind of like hip-hop influences, and then there's the screaming going on in the background. I like the plinky synth line that kind of runs the entire way through that song. That's really good. The drummer was a total hero in that song. The variation he showed as well was crazy. He went from quite a light dunk just to like kind of keep the intro going and to give him something to sing off, and then when it had this kind of like quite sparse first verse and first chorus, he was absolutely going in, but keeping it kind of like subtle enough and pulled together and back in enough that it, I don't know, it didn't feel like it overtook the rest of the song. And then by the end of it, you got double kick drums flying and hi-hats and cymbals are being smashed off their, off their pedestals. The drum was an utter hero for that song. Guitars were nice. I mean, the tone towards the end when it got really heavy was like gritty, but I really enjoyed the way that those backing vocals kind of like threaded in and out towards the end, and then the scream came, they kind of merged into each other, and it never ended up feeling too heavy. I think it's maybe because the screaming was mixed down comparatively quietly so that he was still able to get the lead melody over it for that final section, and then the big drop out at the end. You kind of expect it, but that's fine. Yeah, I was about to say it's not reinventing the wheel in terms of structure, but actually it's sort of following more of a traditional Sleep Token structure where you have this kind of like slightly more, I don't know, melodic side of things, and then it kind of like the middle eight, whatever you want to call it, the second section breakdown and gets really, really hectic. But I like it. It's a signature part of their style at this point. And I will admit also, the sort of major chords that kind of reach through the entire thing, along with the Latin rhythm, were really not aspects of that I was expecting, and they worked really, really well. Somehow they managed to take those ideas and make them very Sleep Token. This is great. This album's going to be great. We all know it. It's just, they are at the top of their game for a reason. They're one of the most interesting acts going out there at the moment. There isn't anyone else making music that sounds like this, and that's cool. It's in a sea of beige. It's quite nice to have the occasional bit of scarlet. Don't know why those were the colours I came up with, but there you are. That's my analogy. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of this song compared to the newer ones? Did you like the sort of like slower Latin-y feel at the beginning, then it escalates a lot? Or do you like the when they're just like a bit heavier across the board? Let me know. And like I said, I'm still learning Sleep Tokens. If there are any recommendations for older Sleep Token tracks to get me into and chuck on my playlist before I see them, that would be appreciated too. Thank you very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all of that crazy stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.